Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this King Jab.
Hey, the voice of the people is with us this morning, y'all.
Yes,
and
sir.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool.
Yes, because smart
is
that's the best
the new gangster.
It is, baby.
Yeah, that feel good. That feel good.
Like a little Billy
That feel good. That feel good. Let me put it right there.
Sound like you had a Colt 45 or a Slit Small Liquor Bull in your
The
hand.
bird. a slitch. Malt liquor bull. When you say malt liquor. So what's good, man?
Oh man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm up. I'm here.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
I
sir.
want to let people know what's today, the first, right?
Today is the first. Yeah.
It is open enrollment, man. That's why.
Okay. Open enrollment for what exactly?
For affordable health care.
What can we enroll in?
So basically, a lot of adults, young adults, got kicked off of Medicaid.
Okay.
With the new restrictions, so a lot of those kids and young adults and adults need health insurance. So
okay.
It's open enrollment for health insurance period.
Okay.
And it's from November 1st to January 15th.
Okay.
And man, listen, if you know anybody that does not have health insurance, that's not covered, we can actually get them in, and they may qualify for $0 a month plans.
So what they have to do to get in?
Man, basically, we got the Urban League, man.
Okay. Look, Urban League doing more than just paying light bills.
Absolutely.
I mean, they always have been, but that's what they're known for.
If you want to enroll, 727-396-6436.
Okay.
And you can set an appointment and sit down with one of us navigators, man, and we navigating the people through it. It's application process, and we're there to sit down with you and help you through the process and to help you through understanding your plan, your actual health insurance plan.
Give me that number again.
It is 727.
All right.
396.
All right.
6436.
6436.
And that's for appointments.
Okay, so you schedule an appointment for open enrollment, and then do they need to bring anything with them? What you bring when you
We'll tell them what they need, but definitely you want to need to have your private information, maybe your social security number.
Okay.
And that for the kids.
Okay.
You don't have to bring the card. You know,
okay.
You might write it down on
the sticky note. Just the number. All you need is the number.
Yeah, you don't have to bring the card, but you're going to need that personal information, and you're going to have to put that into the computer for them to figure out. And the most important thing about this is the young men are losing coverage, like my son.
Okay. Is it because of the age?
Yeah. When they hit 19, they're kicking them off their mom's insurance.
Why?
Okay.
This is what the state of Florida has been doing.
I thought it was.
I thought it
was 26.
I thought it was 24.
Yeah.
They have been kicking these kids off of their parents, off of Medicaid.
Okay.
Say in my household, one got kicked off, one didn't.
Oh, you talking about okay? So Medicaid, if you're on your parents' side, okay.
So and they're not covered. And as far as my son, he had a heart condition, so we had to go get him covered, so that he can get his medication.
Wow.
And another thing about it is man, if you're not gonna get, insurance just for health reasons, maybe you want to get insurance for mental health reasons.
Oh yeah,
maybe
they have
to
that.
Go see a therapist, man. Like whatever you want to do is there for you. And like I said, it's $0 down plans. They're affordable plans.
Okay.
We get you in for the premium tax credits. So you're paying low out of pocket monthly, and you're paying low out of pocket when you go to your doctor.
Give me that number one more time.
727. 396.
6436.
6436.
Okay, let's see if it'll add it this time. It didn't do it last time.
Okay.
Add it.
Additives.
Additives. I don't know where it's going. It's not saving that number, but okay.
Don't worry about it. I'll put it in the.
Okay, please put it in the chat so we can actually have that.
Yeah.
So we can have that, man, because we need that. Like we need all of that stuff, man.
I think we underestimate what we need as far as health insurance.
Right.
And I'm really targeting our men. Like, bro, it's no You can plan to save all the riches and be the wealthiest person in the world, but it means nothing if you're not healthy.
Oh my God.
It means nothing, bro.
Nope.
It means
Nope.
absolutely nothing.
Not a doggone thing.
Your grandkids want you here.
Yeah.
They don't want the picture of you.
That's right. That's right.
So
yeah,
that's what we're going with.
It's the presence. Yeah.
Because we
you
also
need to be present.
We also got a line of men that have insurance and still won't go to the doctor.
It ain't just men; it's women too.
Yeah, well,
women ain't going to the doctor like that.
Yeah, I can tell you, like we were just people are like it's a stigma. You know, some people go to the doctor for everything.
Yeah, I thought women go every year though. That's just I don't know. Is that a myth?
It's a myth.
Okay, because I thought I heard about the annuals.
I mean,
I thought they would go get their annuals.
So it just.
I thought men was exempt from the annuals. You just go when when your head hurt, but
and some women feel the same way. You know what I mean? Man. Like, so
yeah.
And they might not. You got to think. People,
I thought they had different parts.
But
the way they parts is set up, they need to be more regular.
Everybody need to be more regular. Okay. But what happens is that there's a stigma when it comes to the doctors. Yeah. Like even when you were sick, your mama used or your grandma used to sit down. Let me go lay down. Lay down.
Lay down somewhere was everything.
They'll give you some. Let me give you some tea with some honey. You know what I mean?
Ginger ale.
They give you some. They home remedies and all that other stuff.
Some ginger ale.
I never knew witch hazel healed broken bones.
Yeah,
in a car. Well,
man, a nap.
You don't need no stitches.
Well, you need a nap.
You gotta
go lay down.
So you got all of that other stuff. So there's stigmas across the board when it comes to healthcare.
So again, y'all can get a King Jab. The number is in the chat.
396-6436.
Yeah.
You set your appointment. Come sit down. Let us help you with it. If you know anybody, because I know everybody knows somebody, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let them know, man. Go get some health insurance. Don't wait till you're down bad and you ain't got no coverage, because when it comes to us, the second most racial institution in America besides the courts is the medical field.
Ooh, yeah. I can hear that. I mean, I received that. So listen, we talking about what's good. So definitely want to give a shout out to the incredible Raphael Robinson, man. He actually achieved, he got an award. It's the FAST, and that's the Florida Association of Science Teachers. He was given the Outstanding Educator Award, and that's like for the state of Florida. So so it's not just a local thing. He's not a local joker.
And where he at? What school he at?
Doug Jameson. He approved at Doug Jameson. So we was over there yesterday. Kathy Castor came, gave him like a special acknowledgement, special recognition for his dedication and his work to STEM. And y'all know we've been working with Raphael for I want to say 2019. I think we started together in 2019 when we was doing the after school program. We partnered with CDAT, and we was doing after school. I think we had at that time maybe like 60 children at 5 different schools, and we was going 4 or 5 schools. And him and his wife and Liz Siplin and a few others, we worked together to put that together. It was part of the youth development grants. They gave us a youth development grant, and we put that on. And then it grew into STEM Saturdays. And so the second Saturday of every month at Child's Park. So shout out to Raphael Robinson. Why you keep looking like that?
Like what? I'm just happy.
Okay, got it. You like?
No, I'm just thinking because I know. No. What I'm thinking is how proud his mom would be.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking.
Yeah,
I really was.
Like you was in it because I'm like, what is that?
No, I'm just looking like I know Auntie Debbie is like.
Yeah,
my boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, so that's where my head was at.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
Good morning, Shayna.
Yes, because he's killing it, man. I mean, with all the things that he's doing, and so yesterday we had it was Kathy Castor. She came, gave him a special congressional acknowledgement. The school board superintendent and then school board member Edmund was also present. So shout out to Raphael Robinson, man, doing wonderful things in the community. And also the Great American Teach-In. Mark your calendars. It's November 15th. Great American Teach-In provides an opportunity for parents and members of the community like you, Jeb, to come in and speak to students about your occupation, your hobbies, or areas of interest. Although the focus of the Great American Teach-In is to give students information on a variety of careers, they're encouraging volunteers to speak about hobbies, areas of interest, organizing an activity, reading a story, or teaching a class. And you can actually choose the school that you would like to visit and the amount of time that you want to speak for. You can choose an hour or you can choose the entire day. So we're encouraging everybody to participate in the Great American Teach-In, man. Contact your local family and community liaison, and then they'll be able to get you in touch with who you need to talk to so you can actually participate.
When is that?
That's November 15th. November 15th. And then upcoming, also you got
you need your fingerprints done before they hit me up.
There you go. There you go. Look, we got you covered, baby. We got you covered like a blanket. Also Friday at 6:30, the Instrument of Hope, keeping the conversation on gun violence prevention on the main stage, will be happening over in the Arts or Warehouse Arts District. You can actually go to the Water Warehouse Arts District Facebook page and get information about that. But it's going to be a great event as well. So y'all make sure y'all tap in. Anything else you got upcoming? He say, she say.
It is First Friday.
First Friday.
And
then we got L'Oreal coming in for St. Pete Lit. So she's going to come in and talk about the literacy festival. And, you know, we celebrating reading, man.
So yesterday was Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, me and my grandson were trick or treating, right?
Okay.
And we wound up at Boyd Hill looking at the animals.
I seen that. I saw you
like we went and did our own thing, man. Like, bro, we got candy at the house. Don't even worry about it. Y'all got distracted. Yeah. My wife put on that ADHD senior and junior. Absolutely. Because we was gone. We wasn't even thinking about these people.
So when y'all started out, y'all was like,
we wound up, he was like, I want to go see the animals. I'm like, hey, let's go see the animals. So we inside of Boyd Hill that has a nice animal presentation. Live. They had bats. We was in there looking at the little bats and all types.
So they were open last night.
Yeah.
Because they had like their
hunted the street at Boyd Hill. Which it wasn't a lot of
kids.
It wasn't a lot of trunks. It was only like 5, but you know, he wasn't thinking about that. He wanted to go see the animals. So
that's what y'all end up doing.
Yeah, okay. And in Wildwood, we started at Wildwood.
Okay.
Which had a line around the corner like Rod Wave was performing. I'm like, why we got a line? But we got Unc up here calling each kid by name, and it's 100 and something people in the line, and he on number 17. So
wow.
Wildwood was I don't know. We left.
And then that's how y'all end up over there.
Yeah, we wound up at Boyd.
Well, you know what? I'm glad everybody was safe last night.
Yep.
I saw some amazing pictures. I be having to take over somebody else's Facebook page just so I can see what everybody else got going on.
Qiana, man, Mark, brother.
I mean, like, please, I guess at this
point, I pull up on him about my dog, man.
Thank you, please do. I guess I'm gonna have to break down and make another one.
Yeah,
I don't really want to. It's just so much stuff
they did
over
that
there.
To my wife too, so don't feel bad. But yeah, I get it.
Wah.
Yeah, dang, like Mark. How much your bond is, dog? They ain't giving you no bond.
Oh, hell no, but so this is I keep saying
Qiana, somebody came and got you, dog. We got 2 million bond. We got Fancy. We got Qiana. Somebody came, bro.
No, you want me to tell you the crazy part is it's not that I'm like I just don't have the information to get me back in. So I don't have the original email address and I don't have the original phone number that I used to set it up. So nobody took it. They was just like, okay, somebody might have tried to. Yeah. And then that's how I got locked out. And now I don't have the information to get me back in.
And you don't have that same phone.
I tried everything too. Like I even tried to add another line and get my old number back. And they was like, you can't. Then I went to the website where I Googled. They was like, oh, I can get your info. Like I can get the phone number. But then they was like, I need your information. And I'm like, this may be a scam. I can't give them my account information. So maybe if I had like a Metro number or something, you know what I mean? Something I didn't care about. Just but yeah, no, it is not a party. Good morning, Tweet. Oh, so man. Yes.
That's messed up, dog.
I don't know. So we'll,
maybe you needed to fast. Maybe you ain't need, social media. Maybe you need to get some things done.
I do. This is holiday season.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. Cheyenne's going to be singing at the Enchant.
Okay.
She got a couple of dates there that she'll be doing like a small residency at the Enchant for.
What is the Enchant?
The Enchant is at the stadium at Tropicana.
Okay.
They do it every year. They have the Christmas lights. They have ice skating.
Okay, I got
all
you.
that other stuff. So
she'll kill that.
So she's gonna do a couple of dates there. Also, Neiman's Marcus hired her to do some singing there. So like November 11th, we'll be inside Neiman's Marcus. She'll be doing her little holiday thing there.
I think it's about time for me to go ahead and put that sponsorship on her feet.
Well, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
NIL deal, bro.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, because the thing is about holiday season, it's really busy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the time when like everybody, so she got Neiman's Marcus a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Enchant. And so yeah, we got some other stuff rolling, maybe a nice little intimate show coming up.
We're gonna talk about that NIL deal, man. I need to get them feet, man.
Real good,
man, for real.
Get them feet.
Yeah.
Look at the feet. So St. Pete and City of St. Pete, in search of community members to join the Community Benefits Advisory Council. That's aimed at evaluating the benefits of the historic gas plant district. This is actually a program that we advocated for under the New Deal for St. Pete. So the New Deal for St. Pete, when we created that agenda, one of the policy proposals that we pushed and had approved was the creation of a community benefits agreement policy. And that policy basically says that if the city is contributing to a development over a certain amount, then community have to be involved and talk about what the benefits to the community will be. There's some standard benefits, like standard package benefits, actually just was updated, and we're trying to update it again. But it was recently updated to include, a different, what they call a streamlined process, which won't apply for this particular project. But another part of that process is there's a standing CBAC, or Community Benefit Advisory Committee, and then those of you, I'll just read it. It's a nonpartisan board advises the city officials on the application of the Community Benefits Agreement, which ensures that developments receiving significant public benefits reinvest in the community. These benefits can include affordable housing, environmental improvements, or job training. To qualify, the applicants must live and work or own a business within 1 mile around the project site, particularly Tropicana Field in this case. You also have to confirm that you have no financial or other conflict of interest with the project, and then be prepared to provide input on community benefits for the historic gas plant district.
Wait, you say, hold on. You said
you got to, so potential benefits, this is not limited, but you can have affordable housing, environmental improvements, or job training can be some of the benefits that will be included.
But you have to stay a mile away
within the area. So you got the standing committee, they citywide, and then you got those who live in the area that will be directly impacted by the project, is the way that it was written. So like if they was putting something in your neighborhood or within a mile of your neighborhood or your area, then you could apply to be on the CBAC. The application period is open now until November 10th. You can go to stpete.org/CBAC to apply. And again, it'll be weekly meetings in January, and each member is expected to attend. So yeah, y'all make sure that y'all do that.
Can I say something?
You can.
These are my views, y'all.
The views expressed, right?
First of all, boo. Boo. It sounds like cap.
Why you going like we advocate for the policy, we get the policy, and you boo the policy.
Listen to the language.
So if it was no policy, then what we booing what? What we booing then?
I'm listening to how they leading us down the road again. This be my problem.
Okay.
We don't need no job training, no affordable housing.
That's the thing.
Bro, we need some ownership. Stop playing with us, man.
So that's
we don't need some apartments we can't afford. And we don't need no training for no $17, $18 jobs that we can't afford to live.
So when we say affordable, that don't mean affordable just for rent.
So
it means affordable to purchase.
But it sounds like
because if you want to purchase a home, you got to be affordable for you to buy it, right? You got to be able to afford to buy it.
So listen, here we go. I'm not necessarily mad about it, right? Like I think it's a good thing. But when like 1 mile, like I'm like 1 mile.
You know how far a mile is?
Yeah, I know how far a mile is.
You know why I say boom?
With this particular project, a mile, because a mile within the trop, that's gonna take you into downtown and some other places. I hear that.
You know what I mean? Like it ain't really. Like they could have extended it out a little bit more.
So when we have our next round of proposals on how we can change the policy, we can talk about that. See, that's the whole thing about it. The reason that I'm so quick to defend this policy, Jab, is because we wrote it. No, we wrote it. Like we wrote this policy, and this is we just approved. Council approved. I didn't vote for the approval. It passed on a 5-3 vote on the redo of the policy. So we wrote the original policy, working with the city, and then we just made some updates to it that was approved. But this process is iterative. It's continuing and ongoing. And as we continue to figure out, like, okay, you know what? Maybe we should include South Side corridors in these special exemption districts. So we just put out a petition to do that. You know what I mean? It's like it's ongoing and consistently growing.
I'm not mad at it. So I'm not mad at it. And just like everything else, you start with something and then you start to add in to make the cake that you want.
You got a base to build on. And so it's going to be as effective as we are. And so if we not there, to move it, because that's what happened. Like with the revision of the policy, like it was a lot of stuff that wasn't in the revisions, and then we told them, like, put this in, add that, make sure that take that out. They had some either ors, and we was like, no, these need to be both ands. Like that kind of stuff is happening, but but we have to be engaged at the process. You know what I mean? And like you said, Jab, if we want ownership, then let's go to apply to be on the committee or talk to your committee members, because that's the other part of it. Even if you're not on the committee, who's on the committee. So it'd be like, when you go in there, tell them we need ownership. Like that's how I would like to see us engage.
So now I'm like,
that's just my personal preference.
So I know. So here we go. We're within a mile radius of it, right? Yeah. Where it's at.
Right.
I just wanted to be inclusive, so that because everybody that's in this, like, fighting for our city, and not saying that within a mile, I'm just in my mind within a mile right there, is like, I'm not in the mile.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know Jab is not in the mile. A lot of people I know who's advocates, who's going to go do it, is not within that mile that will sit on this committee. And I'm thinking of the people that I know that's in that mile. I can't get them to go.
What you mean? Like they will not participate.
They probably wouldn't participate. Yeah. And then the people
so be mad at that. So that's what we got to be mad at.
Then I'm thinking the people that will participate is not gonna be necessarily beneficial for my community.
That's what we need to be mad at. Like why the people who know that it'll benefit our community and know that they can actually have an opportunity to speak up for the community, why they not participating? That's what we need to be mad at.
I mean, that's just
why you won't get your butt down there and get on this committee.
Same reason why we mad at them when they're not voting. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a whole thing.
Because it's like a set, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're mad at them for being who they are, but and like we're trying to fight them to get more educated, so that they can do something that's going to benefit themselves, their family, and the community. Yeah. But if they don't understand the concept, it's kind of like we're telling them why healthy food is good, but then they can't afford it. You know, kind of like that. Like we're saying, like, go, like you need to eat this, but then they can't afford it. So why am I going there? So that's what I'm saying.
That's like, a little different, I think.
No, I'm just trying to use it as an example.
Yeah, no, I heard that. I hear you, but I just think that example is different because you all you got to do is make time. That's it.
But we can. But see, that's the argument when you say at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you have time. Yeah. And then I'll be like, I really don't have the time.
Okay, fine. Well, let's find somebody that got time that's going to have our best interest at heart. Like it's like not everybody don't not have time. Somebody got to have time.
I'm going to remove my boo.
Please and thank you.
But I'm going to tell you why I boo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. I ain't booing, but if I was, this is why. Look, I ain't booing, but if I was booing, this is why I would boo.
I just want to challenge our leaders to govern us from the year of 2024.
Yes, sir.
And when I listen to the language, it's the same language we've been using. We've been governed from the civil rights era in the COVID era. And it's 2024.
Yeah.
And it's the same language, which has gotten us nowhere. So let's change that, because like you telling me that, and I'm active in the community, I'm coming in there like, bro, I done been in this meeting 100 times already. It's the same thing.
Yep, I had this meeting before.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I hear that.
Like let's advance in our leadership, bro, and lead our community from 2024. Like, let's stop regurgitating the same languages and let's move forward. That's what my challenge to our Black leaders, and when we doing stuff in our community, because we still in the Flintstones. We never go get to the Jetsons, bro.
Yeah. No, I hear that. And I'll tell you what you said, and I can say this because when we were at the Rays meeting, you know, we had the meeting with the Rays and the Hinds talking about the term sheet and the stadium deal. And that was one of my questions to them when they kept saying affordable. You got to go back and watch it, Jab, because when they kept talking about, you know, affordable on-site, off-site housing, I said, okay, so what opportunities do we have for ownership on-site? And he went to chewing up his tongue because, I'm assuming nobody else was asking that kind of question,
right?
Because they just think that affordable, and they was talking about rent restricted 30 years, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's the ownership opportunities? Because this was our land, we owned it before,
right?
And now you're gonna honor us and allow us to come back as renters.
I'm from Laurel Park.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to own.
Yeah.
I'm from Laurel Park. Like, that's the only project in St. Pete I ever claimed.
And not ownership on off-site housing. Oh yeah, well you can own, you know, what at the other sites. It's like, no, we want to own in the gas plant district. Let's start having that conversation. Right. So I elevated that, King Jab, like that. And we're going to continue to do it. So it's happening. You know what I mean? It's just we're going to need those who want that to really start to organize ourselves like we have been doing, and just continue to put pressure on them to say, you know what, out of this affordable housing, we're demanding at this point that X number of units be affordable ownership. And another thing, I ain't gonna let the cat out the bag, but I got an idea that from another place that I saw, because they always want to know, well, where else are they doing that? That we can really identify people who could be owners and really make a case for why it should be those particular people.
Oh, I like it.
Would you rather?
Would you rather? Okay. Would you rather?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather?
Jab, you gonna like this one.
Yeah, you are. Would you rather keep a past mistake a secret from your partner that potentially harms the trust in your relationship, or confess and face the consequences and aim to rebuild trust over there? Yeah, over time. So you sign up for your health insurance so I can get some glasses.
Made a mistake. So keep it a secret or confess? That's the question.
I can't listen.
Would you rather keep it a secret, or would you rather confess and face the consequences?
I operate under the realms of trying to remember the same lies.
Okay.
So
yes, sir.
Confessor.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna forget, bro. I can't do it. Like, it takes too much energy.
Yes, sir.
To maintain a lie for years.
Yeah,
that is energy.
That's a long time. Yeah, and it's attention.
You gotta remember the same lie that she gonna come back and ask you about it 3.5, 4 years later.
In a different way, though. It's the same question, but it's been asked. It's been asked a different way.
But see, this is the thing: it didn't. So here we go. It didn't say tell a lie. It said keep a secret.
Okay.
It's a difference
between keeping a secret.
No.
Keep a. Yeah, you're right, Qiana. Keep a secret from your partner.
No. So like,
or confess and face the consequences.
So listen, if you don't ask me, I don't tell. Like, you know what I mean?
So you just keeping it a secret?
It's just a secret. Yeah. That's just like if I'm just so like if you come to me and say, Qiana, and you tell me something and you say don't tell nobody, I'm not telling nobody because it ain't my story to tell. Yeah. But it's a secret that I have with you. Mm-hmm. And I'm not telling. Now, if my partner came and said, did Jab say something to you and say, keep a secret? And I look at him and be like, nah, that's a lie. Okay. But if nobody asks me about it.
So if nobody asks, then you just holding it.
You're just holding it.
And if it's something you did.
I'm just holding it.
You're just holding it.
For your relationship.
Okay.
And only now this is devil advocate, right?
Yeah.
It's only detrimental once it's out the bag.
And that's what the question is about: confess and face the consequences, so that you can rebuild trust over time, or just keep the secret and potentially harm the trust in the relationship. I'm with Jab though. I'm a confessor.
I can't do it.
I'm a confessor. I man, especially these days. Like maybe in my younger days, I might have tried to play around with trying to hold a secret, but no, it's like, man, because that's attention, that's energy. You always got to wonder if it's gonna come out. Like who else know? Like I want to tell you before anybody else tell you, so you can hear what I was thinking. You want to get it. If I was gonna boo, I'm gonna tell you.
That your man was Dwight Howard up the road.
Oh man, what I don't know.
Okay, that's detrimental.
That is very detrimental.
That's what I'm thinking about. You say secrets that's gonna work the relationship,
but that's
or you know, slept with one of my friends or something like that. It really don't. It's very thin line.
So I'm gonna tell you, I definitely believe in communication.
Right.
I believe in communication. And I think that transparency is important.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe on the flip side, some shit. Oh.
FCC. The FCC gonna ban me.
I do believe that sometimes some stuff may not need to be said.
Okay. So
I will say that. But I do think that if it's something that's detrimental to the relationship, but some stuff you say can be more harmful than helpful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you know,
so pick your poison.
You gotta really kind of because if I don't need to tell you in the room everybody that tried to talk to me.
I mean that ain't.
But
that ain't that.
No, but I'm just saying. I don't need to tell you because then you side-eyeing everybody.
Yeah.
When it ain't nothing. And because I'm trying to make sure that I'm being totally transparent and honest with you.
I was gonna say, why would you do that? Why would you
there you go. So
that's a vain thing.
But dudes do it all the time though. Dudes do
really?
it all the time. Like
what kind of dudes are these?
I used to talk to her.
Yeah. That was 30 years ago, right?
She got your phone number, y'all talk 3 times and never talk again.
Right.
But do it all the time. Like,
okay, got you.
Yeah.
You know,
I hang around a different type of dudes.
I hear that. The dudes you hang with been married for years.
They've been. I don't really hang with.
They've been locked.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't really hang around a lot of single people
at all.
Yeah.
Me either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one of the things. But let us know. Y'all put it in the chat. Would you rather keep the secret if it potentially harms your relationship, or confess it and face the consequences? That's the thing is
sometimes when you tell the truth, like people are afraid of losing what they have.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you, there is definitely a consequence. But I'm going to tell you, transparency is most time the best.
Most times. Most times. I like to qualify. Most times.
I don't subscribe to all because some stuff can be where, everybody's not as open as you think they are, as they say they are.
Yeah, everybody got something that they, not fully exposing. All right, so this week in history.
Go ahead.
Today is National Authors Day. Mm-hmm. It's also World Vegan Day. World Vegan Day is celebrated November 1st, and it amazes us to see how far the movement has come. You remember when veganism started? I remember vegetarian, and then after vegetarian, it became vegan.
It was vegetarian. So and then when people didn't want it was pescatarian.
Okay.
Because remember they were kind of.
I did pescatarian. I did it.
And then all of a sudden it was vegans.
Yeah. Then vegan. The first vegan I remember was Russell Simmons.
We've been here all these years. Like they talking about I'm allergic to gluten.
Oh yeah. You just not been eating gluten all your life. Now you allergic to gluten. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Oh, that's the thing.
Oh wait, sidebar. Boy, we do that. You be saying, what if the secret is not about you?
We'll come back to that one.
We'll come back.
We'll bring that after the break. And so so it's World Vegan Day. It's also Extra Mile Day. So Extra Mile is on November 1st. It allows us to appreciate the positive impact that we leave on our communities, organizations, and families when we choose to go the extra mile. The observance is aimed at celebrating people who go the distance and then some all around the world. So, Jab, thank you for going extra mile, man.
Hey, man.
Thank you for going the extra mile.
Thank you for going the extra mile.
Your knees hurt too?
The extra mile?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
It ain't my knee, it's my back. It's like this little spot in my back that get to me.
Keep going.
But the extra mile, so the observance again is celebrating those who go the extra mile. Extra Mile Day inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. Doing the bare minimum has gone out of style, they said. Exceeding expectations is the new standard.
That sounds like somebody.
That sounds like a supervisor.
That's a corporate America.
That's a supervisor. Yeah, that's a supervisor. Man, look, doing you right. You right. Look, they said Extra Mile Day inspires us to be better versions of ourselves. Doing the bare minimum has gone out of style.
Sound like your boss.
It does.
Exceeding expectations is the new standard, Qiana.
And then you know, so listen.
That's good flag.
When you say
the bare minimum is.
When you say that, I saw a TikTok and the guy was talking to HR and it was like, "Well, you exceeded expectations last year. What happened?" He was like, "You didn't pay me as if I exceeded expectations. You paid me as if I was bare minimum. So that's what
I'm going to give you, the bare minimum. Bare minimum, right? I exceeded expectations and there was no benefit to that."
Exactly.
Today is also All Saints Day. All Saints Day is really the holiday that Halloween introduces. So Halloween is like Hallows Eve. Hallow is another word for holy. Mm-hmm. And so All Saints Day is the day where, they recognize all the saints. So you like St. Patrick, St. Valentine, all of these different saints. Today is the day for all the saints. And so Halloween is like Christmas Eve.
I thought you were talking about the go marching in saints.
Not them saints. But I think that might be it though. The saints go marching in. All saints.
If it say all saints, everybody, this is the day that everybody.
All the saints. When they say good morning, saint.
Saint Vincent.
Yeah, Saint Vincent. Yeah, that's another one. You know all your saints? Do you know your saints? I don't know all my saints. Yeah, Saint Peter, Saint Peter, Saint Louis. Oh, Saint Nick. That's another one too. Yeah, Saint Nick. It's a real Saint Nicholas is a saint. Yeah. So today is All Saints Day. Saint Jab.
I want to be a saint. A lot of them be idiots.
Oh, Jab. King Jab. He the voice of the people. He the voice of the people.
Listen, I was a Catholic school student now.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I've seen any of this, but I know what happened in the diocese. You know what I mean?
I went to Catholic school for a little while too.
Okay. I went by there. I remember going.
And I'm going to tell you that
I spent the bin. That was about it.
The Catholic school gave me a whole nother outlook in life. I'm going to tell you.
Okay, you learned a lot.
Well, listen, y'all think it's bad in public school?
Yeah.
Go to Catholic school.
I've always been a bucker. I'm not going to do all these rituals. I'll go out on the playground.
Yeah, because that's another part of it.
But I'm going to tell you, it's a different. But when you go in there, like when I went to Catholic school, like I think I was the only freckle there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
your experience is going to be different.
Mine's going to be different. But when I think of like the things that they did, like we had a teacher, Miss Carr, they got mad at her. The girl gave her toilet bowl water.
Wow. So they really on some they really be stuff that we won't do. We like you ain't doing that.
I would never, but like they really
you be mad, put your hoodie on and put your head down on the desk. They go get toilet water.
Like she was like, "Give me some water," and she went and got her toilet bowl water.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like,
"Oh my God,
who would do something like that?"
Catholic school students.
Yeah,
wow. It's also National Family Literacy Day, and L'Oreal's gonna come in. She's gonna talk a little bit more about that. But families across the country come together to celebrate National Family Literacy Day on November 1st. You know the benefits of reading. We talk about it all the time. And so today is the day to take some time with your family. Serves as a platform to appreciate the empowerment effort of literacy programs. And so we're going to talk more about that. Some historical events, the things that happened.
We got to come back after the hour.
I got we'll come back after that. We'll come back. I thought I had 2 minutes, but that was 2 minutes ago. So historical events, we're gonna talk about that. We have L'Oreal Holloway, she's coming in to talk about St. Pete Reed's Lit Fest. We got to Ask Qiana. And we're gonna continue to tell y'all about upcoming events, let y'all know what's going on around you so that you can get involved, get engaged, and continue to encourage y'all to participate. So now's the time for us to let you know that if you like what you're hearing on the radio, you can join us and support us by going to 99jamstheberg.com, give a donation. They can also do another way.
They can give us stars.
Oh, how you do that?
Give us stars. So if you're already on Facebook, they give you your first 200 for free.
Okay.
Now, most of our listeners has already got their 200. But if you have not, go ahead and get them and give them to us. And then it's time to purchase. And guess how much they cost?
How much they cost, Ken?
They cost a cent. And this is the only
a cent?
Yes.
1 cent?
1 cent. This is the only place that you can buy something for a penny that's valuable.
Yeah.
Right? So here, and it gets even better. You want to know what the better is?
Tell me what the better is.
The more you buy, the cheaper they are.
Oh, less than a penny.
Less than a penny.
You can buy something for less than a penny, Jared.
Got you in feds right now. And he won't even go bond.
Support us with stars. Buy them. They're a penny. And if you buy a bunch of them, you get them for less than a penny. And then you can give them to us.
Give them up.
Give them to us. That's the modern day translation. We're going to take a break, y'all. We'll be right back around 6 or 7 minutes after the hour with L'Oreal Holloway talking about St. Pete Reed's on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Discover District 7, uniting communities, inspiring change. Introducing the District 7 newsletter, your go-to source for all things District 7. We're not just a newsletter, we're the heartbeat of District 7, connecting residents, business owners, and stakeholders. Our mission is to empower residents to take action, strengthen community bonds, and advocate for the improvements that matter most to us. Our newsletter is a catalyst for change, aligning with District 7's goals to empower your voice, drive impactful change, and foster transparent communication. Ready to make a difference? Join us today. Subscribe to the District 7 newsletter and be part of the change you want to see. Visit www.d7speaks.com and follow Councilmember Mohammed on social media. Our community needs you. Together, we'll shape the future of District 7. Discover District 7, uniting communities.
York Office of UN High Commissioner of Human Rights.
And just like that,
we are back.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in to help us to redefine what's cool, because
smart
is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
You know. For real.
Listen, if you missed the first hour, you missed packed field hour.
Yeah,
right?
Lots of community events.
Yeah, because we doing the darn thing in here.
For real.
Would you rather keep a secret that may harm your relationship, or tell the truth? And start to rebuild.
And face the consequences.
Yes.
Face the consequences and rebuild.
See, when I think about that, like you do a crime and then,
you know
what I mean? And then the police come and like, tell me it ain't going to be that bad. But you don't have evidence. Tell me.
See, that's a whole different scenario. Yeah, but I hear that.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Listen, it's going to be worse if I find out.
Oh, right? Yeah.
But then I'm gonna take the gamble that you're not gonna find out.
I'm willing to roll the dice. Yeah. If you do, it is because it's gonna be worse if I tell you. because no,
right.
that's
you know what I
mean? So it's situational. It's definitely situational. But we like to hear from y'all. Put it in the chat. Would you rather keep the secret from your partner? Is what it said, not from the police. Keep a secret from your partner, or say something and face the consequences.
And so you be say, what if the secret is not about you?
Then it ain't yours to tell.
It's really not yours unless it's detrimental.
Yeah.
And other than that, it ain't yours to tell. Like, I believe that, like, people get mad at me because when stuff come out and they be like, I know you knew. And I'm like, it wasn't mine to tell.
Yeah.
You know
that's a real thing,
like,
too.
It wasn't mine to tell. Like, if they wanted you to know at that time, they would tell you.
Yeah.
You know, people come and say stuff because they trust. Like, if you need to get something out of your chest and you don't want it to go any further, or you don't want nobody to judge you on your decision, and you come to me, it is what it is. Once I got so much stuff going on, I done forgot about it right after we left, unless something, jogs my memory.
Yeah, like you said, unless it's detrimental or something real heavy.
Right, but other than that, and if you come to me, like if somebody be like, I knew you knew. It wasn't my story to tell. So I'm not telling it.
But that does harm relationships. I had somebody was mad at me. Matter of fact, I think they still might be mad. I don't know because I ain't seen them in a while. But they was like mad because I didn't speak up for them in a situation that I didn't know about.
Right.
But I know the person. And they was like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know me, so you should have spoke up. But it's like, I know you, but I don't really know you like that. Like, I ain't never really had that kind of interaction with you.
So I done had conversations with people who said stuff about people that caught me off guard. And what I do in that situation is like, listen, I've never heard that about them.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't saying that ain't true, but from my experience, that ain't that
That's
person.
me too. I lean on my experience with that, with them.
And now you go wherever you want, but I'm telling you from my experience,
right?
This is right, and I would like people to do that for me.
Yeah,
like because people lie on you all the time.
No, that's the thing. So I did that, but that wasn't enough for that person.
No, what was you
like I was supposed to defend them, like really stand in the paint and like defend them. And it's like I gave the I ain't never really had that experience. I don't know them like that. It's kind of hard for me to believe that they would do that. You know what I mean? But that's the extent of my.
Especially it's hard when you don't have more than that.
Yeah. And like they still, the last time I saw them, they still was kind of holding it. So it's like, all right, cool.
And then maybe you are that person.
Ooh, yep. So
you know what I mean? Like if that's something that like.
Yeah, if it's like that,
is it like
that's a good point. Maybe you are that person,
right? So
because I still was like, okay, that's you can hold that. I ain't got no space for it. That's the other thing with holding secrets is it's harmful to your health because it goes somewhere. I believe that's just it's one of my things. It can go. It's somewhere in your body. So you be wondering why you got these what they call psychosomatic illnesses or these headaches that you can't explain. You go to the doctor and they can't tell you why this headache, or you got this pain and they can't tell you why you got this pain.
But sometimes you just need to go to your therapist and let them know you're
let them know and let
because they can't tell nobody.
That's right.
But they
legally cannot tell anybody.
But if you gotta release it,
you
know what I mean? But I do think that in a relationship, transparency is important. But there's some stuff that you know what I mean that there's some stuff that don't need to be said. I
agree with that.
It's just some stuff that don't need to be said because it's more harmful than helpful.
I hear that. Historical events and significant days, and these are related to Black history that happened on November 1st. In 1864, Nevada was admitted as the 36th state of the United States. Why is that important? They said it later played a role in African American history during the Great Migration, because a lot of Black people, once slavery was over, started moving out west.
Okay.
And so you saw The Harder They Fall. You remember that movie? That was a big movie about Westerns. That played a part in it. So opening up them Western states that they took from Mexico. Also, a lot of Black people moved out there. And so Nevada was admitted in 1864. In 1926, the funeral of Carter G. Woodson, often called the father of Black history, was held on this date. Woodson founded Negro History Week, which later evolved into Black History Month. He was buried in 1926 on November 1st. In 1936, the radio program The Shadow featured the character Lamont Cranston, who was portrayed by Orson Welles. We talked about him on Monday. Welles was a prominent figure both in entertainment world and in the civil rights movement. I guess that was groundbreaking because nobody had played African American or Black characters at that point. In 1952, the Harlem Globetrotters legend Reese Goose Tatum became the first African American to play in the National Basketball Association exhibition game. So it wasn't in the NBA, it was an exhibition game in 1952. And then in 1973, philosopher and writer, civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois was posthumously, after he died, was awarded the Spingarn Medal by the NAACP. I guess that's like their highest honor.
Okay.
And so he got it after his death in 1973. And then in 2008, the U.S. Senate confirmed Eric Holder as the first African-American Attorney General of the United States.
It's really, I love the awards, but I hate that it happens after somebody passes away.
Yep.
I hate, you hear, even in music, you hear, people work really hard on their music, and then as soon as they die, it go platinum.
Yeah. But they went gold, if that.
Nobody really was. As soon as they die, everybody go rush and do that, and they were like, oh, yeah, that was good music.
Yeah, it's gone too soon.
Right.
But while they was here, they got no love. So thinking about that, I just saw, and you may or may not know who this person is, Matthew Perry. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So Matthew Perry died.
Yeah.
I mean.
You don't know Matthew Perry?
Not like that.
Friends?
That's all I've heard. He was from Friends, but I never watched Friends.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you watch Friends?
Yes.
I watched Living Single.
I watched Living Single too.
And Friends?
Yes.
So was you shocked when you heard that Matthew Perry died?
I was.
Okay.
I was. When I saw it come up, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
and he played in some other stuff as well, but his biggest, the
stuff he was known for.
But it looks like it. I mean, they say he drowned.
Okay, yeah, he was found in a hot tub or something like that.
So
he was found in a hot tub.
I mean, if you drown in the hot tub,
ooh,
there's something else that caused
that caused that particular thing. Yeah,
because as an adult, who's drowning in a hot tub?
Yeah. Drugs, fentanyl do it.
Yeah, and alcohol.
Matter of fact, they said, ain't that how Whitney Houston died?
She had
in the bathtub, not a hot tub.
Yeah,
and her daughter.
And her daughter.
That's what made it kind of suspect, right?
So Whitney did, and Bobby Christina almost close to the same time frame. You know what I mean?
Not too long after each other. Yeah.
And that's just let you know, I don't know how spiritual people is this.
The connection?
Yeah. You know?
Oh yeah, no, that happens though.
And if you passed out, if you passed out,
and then you slide under the water.
But you passed out. That means, what did you pass out from?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you so listen, if you pass out from just being sleepy,
when that water hits you, it's gonna bring you back.
Yeah, no, it was something else.
It was something that you couldn't wake up from.
Right, like it's something that kept you where you so.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but yeah. So I just thought about it
because if you sleepy, anything that hits you,
he can make you pass out. That's true.
But
when that water go a certain place, like
that goes.
So passing out heat, I think you'll wake up
when you do it. Like,
that fentanyl nod may not bring you back.
Right, but the heat, once that water, the water go in your nose.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I know exactly what you're saying. The heat from the hot tub,
I get it,
can get you. Yeah, but not where you can't wake up, pass out.
Yeah, we're gonna read about. I mean, we could be wrong.
Yeah, and it may. More details will be forthcoming. I think because they said the evidence. They said his body wasn't waterlogged in the report that I said. So I guess he wasn't in there a long time before they found him. So. And I think he was found by like his assistant or something, and then he had like his friends, castmates was like doing tributes. I see your face.
Y'all can't see my face. Y'all only see the side view of me. And I'm telling you is what I'm thinking.
Something was up with that assistant.
Did somebody put his body in there? If it wasn't,
they said that she couldn't get him out.
But they said it wasn't waterlogged, right?
It wasn't waterlogged, but the thing said he would have been too heavy for one person to get out. And so when he was in the water, she got him, I guess, to like the edge of the water. And then the paramedics got there and they was able to get him out, and they did an assessment about it. Like they just looked and seen that he was dead when they got there.
This you be calling, right?
It's what's on your mind.
What's on your mind? You be go ahead, because
I ain't making no excuse for him, but I done passed out before like that.
Okay,
but you still here?
But you still calling though? You
No, for real. Somebody had to come get me because the chlorine and the heat. You be in the hot tub so long, you'll pass out.
Oh wow!
You can't wake up. You'll go underwater and you'll drown. Somebody had to get me.
Are you serious? You be?
Yeah.
Oh man.
For real.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So but it's a combination. It's a combination of the chlorine and the heat.
Yeah. Or if you go in your bathroom and like you take a shower, or you go in there and you clean in the bathroom, if they tell you, we do it all the time, but you can pass out from it if you mix.
Come around a little bit bleach, so that you can be on that.
Bleach and vinegar. I meant to say bleach and I think it's bleach and vinegar. Then it turn into mustard gas. You'll pass right out.
Right, but
I passed out on ammonia and bleach.
Yeah, that's
ammonia and bleach.
Yeah,
but the pool chemicals, when you put it in the hot tub, because it's a small section, and then you heat it up.
Right.
You will sit in the hot tub and then you'll pass out.
So when you got in this hot tub, was you drinking prior?
No. I'm saying I was just sitting there with somebody. We was sitting there, and it was a little small little hot tub, and I was just sitting there.
Okay.
And I even had seizures, so they thought I was having a seizure, but I realized I just passed out.
Wow. From chemicals. Okay, thank you for that. You
from the chlorine, like it's getting hot going through the heat pump.
Right.
So it's making like a gassy smell, and you just sitting there, and at first you ain't really feeling it. You like, oh, it's just chlorine. It's chlorine.
Right.
You'll pass out.
Okay.
You just gone. You can't wake up.
Oh man.
You just gone. You just pass out like somebody hit you in the jaw and knocked you out.
I heard that.
That same thing they do in boxing. When you get knocked out, they get the smelling salt to wake you up.
To bring you back out of it.
You knocked out. You can't do nothing.
Right.
So he probably was on. I ain't saying he wasn't on drugs.
No, but we asked the question, how can you, and that's the response. That's one of the ways that you could.
Can. They used to do it at Camel Park a lot. Tell you don't get in the pool. It got too much chlorine, but we ain't listening. We're jumping in anyway.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, UB. Thank you for calling. All right, we got our guest in the building, y'all. Welcome to the ride, L'Oreal. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
There you go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you.
Good?
Yep, you good. I think.
Okay. So, hey, St. Pete. This is L'Oreal Holloway. I am the owner of Cultured Books. It's a pop-up bookstore located on historic 22nd Street, right in the Deuces. and I am the director of St. Pete Reads Lit Fest.
St. Pete Reads Lit Fest.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something very significant and important. And it's the second year, right?
Yep, it's the second year. So St. Pete Reads Lit Fest is a community celebration of all things literacy. So we have kid lit authors, so authors who make children's books, and then
kid lit authors. Y'all heard that?
I like that.
Kid lit authors.
Yep. Good morning, Damien. Go ahead.
Yep, and then we have story times with community partners. Like we'll have the Al Downing Tampa Bay Jazz Association doing a story time accompanied with some music.
Okay.
We have awesome guests and amazing vendors from Y Reads to the Phyllis Wheatley Rise to Read to Barbershop Book Club and more.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good time and a good day, and it's Saturday, right?
It's Saturday. So it's Saturday. It's going to be held at the Woodson African American Museum of Florida, and that address is 2240 9th Avenue South in St. Pete.
St. Pete Reads Lit Fest. So can you tell us about the inspiration behind the Lit Fest and how it all began?
Yeah. So I want to say about 2 years ago, since it's the annual one. 2 years ago. Cultured Books Lit Foundation, in partnership with Shaping the Early Mind and Barbershop Book Club, we went out into the community and had conversations with parents, caregivers, youth, literacy stakeholders, so like teachers and tutors. And
I think I might have been at one of those.
Yep, you were there.
I did that too. Look. Brother John be doing stuff for real.
Yep.
For real.
And from those conversations, we had a lot of interest, like the community members, they asked about family literacy resources in their community, and there's abundance, but just how to navigate the process of signing up or participating. And then another thing that was raised constantly was like more family events.
Okay.
So we know that, regarding literacy rates, we can have a lot of negative talk around reading and with Black students, our community, and things like that.
Right.
But there's interventions for youth, but we saw that there wasn't much for just the family as a whole.
Okay.
So with like-minded organizations like Barbershop Book Club, we partnered with them to create the inaugural St. Pete Reads Lit Fest, which is a family celebration. So there's youth activities, there's an education panel, everything you wanted to know about childhood reading, but we're too afraid to ask. We have an educational panel for our parents and caregivers, for our aunts, uncles, all of that. And then lots of activities for the whole family.
That's what's up. And what time should we be there on Saturday?
Yeah, so St. Pete Reads Lit Fest at the Woodson is from 10 to 4 this Saturday, November 4th.
Okay. I love that. And the event focuses on celebrating literacy and creativity with the emphasis on kid-lit authors. Why do you think it's important to highlight children's literature and the creativity in the community? Why kid-lit?
Yeah, so, we as babies, when we have children, just from personal experience, we love to read to them, love to read with them.
Mm-hmm.
And am I on still?
Yeah, something changed.
Okay.
I heard it too. I heard what you heard.
My phone dropped. That's what you heard.
Okay, got it.
So we're reading to kids. There's so many programs for, for children, preparing them for, school, VPK and things like that, but sometimes it goes away when we get to middle school and high school.
The love for reading.
The love for reading, want to read. My middle schooler doesn't necessarily like to be read at bedtime anymore.
Story time is over. Yeah.
So, Mom, no.
So we have to create some different avenues so they can still participate, whether that's reading the newspaper like the Weekly Challenger, or having poetry events like held by like Misha Brundage. There's just creating inspiration and motivation to read and to continue reading. So
I know growing up, my grandfather used to make us read the newspaper.
Yeah.
That was one of the things. Everybody had to come in and pick an article and read it. Yes.
I had to read the Bible. That was my thing. King James Version too.
Read your Bible.
I did. My mama had me read. Like I had to learn the Lord's Prayer and all. I remember doing that, and I'm grateful for it.
Right.
I appreciate it. That's how I learned how to read. Was in the Bible. it was interesting going to school because, you know, the thous and the thys and all of that, they didn't talk like that in school, but it was a different type of language. But I learned, and I actually developed my love for reading that way because I grew up in a household where I was read to, and the stories, and you know, like there's been studies that show like readers and people who read, it like makes you more empathetic, right? Because you can have an appreciation for walking a mile in other people's shoes, right? Different perspectives. So what can attendees expect from this year's Lit Fest? Anything like exciting, like that you built upon from
I'm so
before?
Excited. So do y'all remember Gullah Gullah Island? It was a Nickelodeon show. So my generation, I'm a 90s baby. So
okay, really? Oh my God, that make me feel old.
Yeah, so I grew up on some Gullah Gullah Island on Nickelodeon. So
I remember Gullah Gullah.
Yeah, the co-creator, the mom, Natalie Dace, she will be out here and she'll be reading her children's book, Okra Stew.
Oh wow. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So she'll be out here, and that's in partnership with the St. Petersburg Library, Florida Humanities, the Woodson, and then also St. Pete Youth Farm. So attendees will be able to walk away with Okra Stew signed copies. And then for free. So that is provided by the Pinellas Community Foundation.
Yeah.
But then also information about St. Pete Youth Farm and how to get started, like your little one started there as well.
That's what's up. That's amazing, and to be able to bring in people like that is another testament to, you know, to the work that you're doing. And you know what's crazy, right? It's not crazy. It's just it's just proper organizing. I think I remember February or March seeing the Lit Fest in November, and that's kind of rare for community events. You usually find out about it like a week, 2 weeks in advance. But it was like you started very early, and I think that speaks to the intentionality of what we're going to be experiencing.
Oh, definitely. So last year we were able to have the day proclaimed as St. Pete Reads Literacy Day.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Cultured Books Lit Foundation, Barbershop Book Club, and St. Pete College, we put together a proclamation signed by Mayor Welch.
Okay.
And every Saturday, first Saturday of November, November is Family Literacy Month. Every first Saturday of November is St. Pete Reads Literacy Day. So that's going to be an annual event.
So you can already have the stuff, get it out to the schools.
Yeah.
Because that's like trying to get everybody in. You have the time, you know exactly when it's going to be.
Yeah.
Always there.
Yeah, I didn't have a conflict because I saw it again, maybe February or March. And so November was wide open.
That's good planning, I
good
say.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's an amazing execution.
Save the date. Coming this Saturday.
And that's another thing. That's why I was saying it was crazy because it's here now. Like I remember seeing it, and it's like, wow, we here. Like less than 60 days left in this year. And so with the attendees and the range of activities, right? And so self-portrait workshops.
Yes, so we have a self-portrait workshop. So for this year, we have a few workshops just for teens. So of course it's welcome to everybody, but it's geared specifically for teens.
The target audience.
It's for teens. So 11 to like 17. I know we have some preteens, but so we have
11-year-olds. You think they 17?
And the 17 don't want to hang out with the 11-year-olds.
No. So we'll see what mix we have this year, but we have. Let me scroll down to the schedule because it's a lot. So at 11 a.m. we have a self-portrait workshop led by Anastasia Williams. She is the illustrator of Beyonce, A Little Golden Book biography.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and also Heroic Heart, an illustrated biography of Joe Delaney. So she'll be leading a self-portrait workshop. We also have the art of storytelling. So this will be a walking tour with the African American Heritage Association in collaboration with Keep St. Pete Lit.
Okay.
So attendees, youth, their parents, they'll be able to walk down 22nd Street, learn about the deuces, the murals that inspire storytelling, and then also come back to the Woodson and then write about it. So really
the art of storytelling. I thought about the song with Outkast and Slick Rick for a minute. That's just that's why I got stuck. But thank you for bringing me back. And so with that, I like that. So you have something for the smaller children. You got something for the teenagers. and then having something like for the adults as well. Again, very well done, well executed, and thoughtful, and I appreciate it. I saw something that said the event emphasizes inclusivity and interactive literacy activities. How do you ensure that families from various backgrounds and age groups can engage and really enjoy the festival? Is that what you was just saying, like by creating these spaces?
We almost want to like touch all senses. So so for our openings, we on Story Stage, which is in the Legacy Gardens, in back of the Woodson's building, we have a story time every hour. Our first story time will be Our World Brazil, and that's with Miss Anna. She'll be reading her book, and then because it's during the 10 a.m. Time, we usually have BLC, Breakfast Literacy Community, every month.
BLC,
on Deuces Corner.
Give me that acronym.
That's a plug. Breakfast Literacy Community. So that happens every month on Deuces Corner Park. But we'll be bringing it to the Woodson during Lit Fest. So while Miss Anna is reading Our World Brazil and Bella's Recipe for Success, participants will actually be engaged and eat some Brazilian food. So like touching all senses, you know.
You see what I'm saying? Now you see why L'Oreal here. If you didn't know, now you know. No.
Yeah. So and like during the lunch hour, we'll have, like I said, I'm so excited for this, but we'll have Jazz in the Garden, musical story time with the Al Downing Tampa Bay Jazz Association. Again, we'll have Okra Stew with Natalie Dace. We'll have also financial literacy expert and author Jasmine Paul. She'll be reading her book, Granny's Vintage Camera, and then leading an interactive activity right after. We also have Nature in the Garden. That's at the end of Lit Fest, towards the end of Lit Fest. And that will be an interactive story time with Boyd Hill Nature Preserve in the Pinellas chapter of Florida Native Plant Society.
Wow.
And then like every story time, there's something that kids can take home with them to like further that comprehension of what was read to them or what they're reading, whether it's a book or it's just like seed packets from during the Nature in the Garden story time.
So they can get the book Okra and they also get some okra seeds, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember what's her name was doing that. Look, you don't need okra. That face says
okra,
it all.
Oh my goodness, fried okra.
I like fried okra.
So good.
Yeah. I'm a texture girl.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
I'm a texture.
I get that.
Oh, you don't like the
and
texture?
I love textures.
Yeah, okay. How about like, that? It's an individual thing, yeah.
It's slimy. I don't like slimy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, don't work for you. but come get it. It's a good book. So you mentioned...
Not the book. It's
the okra. Yeah, get the book and leave the seeds.
Leave the seeds.
Yeah,
leave the seeds. Eat okra?
Yeah.
So I can
a lot of people do.
I know a lot of people do.
It's me. I'm people.
I'm not people.
So with family literacy and just the conversations around literacy and you know the importance, like what like piqued your interest to like take this on, because there's so many other things that we deal with in the community. How did you land on like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on literacy and helping people learn how to read?
It came to my own children, so everything is like around my girls. My girls are, one just turned 5 today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Joy.
birthday. Happy birthday.
You got the Scorpio.
I got one too. A birthday next Wednesday.
Yeah.
She'll be 21 though.
Oh, that's the baby. That's a baby girl.
Baby girl be 21 next Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
His birthday's coming up. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So we everything stems back to just my own interactions with my daughters as a parent for them. So I have a 5-year-old and then I have middle schoolers. And when we went to the libraries or we went just to reading circles and things like that, it was like old MacDonald had a farm, and it's like, God. Hey, I am an adult now. Like, what is out here for, you know, where's
true.
The Black stories, or where's just multicultural world literature? And I didn't really see that. So that's how, you know, Cultured Books started. But you can see that in the activities that we have, like at St. Pete Reads Lit Fest, where it's very diverse, definitely centered in Black stories, Black stories and joy narratives, but also just learning about the whole world.
I'm going to spin this around so they can see it on that camera. Yeah, so it should be on that camera right now. There you go. No, but that's amazing. And I like that how you said it started at home and started with your girls and just your experience with going out and seeing things that and really just seeing a gap, right? And it's just like it doesn't exist because old McDonald had a farm and Itsy Bitsy Spider and all of those stories like
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, like what they doing and what's really happening. I saw a meme about they doing construction.
I know, and it sounds like when you said Jack and Jill and all of those, I'm thinking
what's going on back there?
What's it? Who climbs up the beanstalk?
Oh yeah,
Jack. That was Jack.
Jack
was busy. He was with Jill and he was climbing up the beanstalk.
Was it Jack?
Yeah.
James and the Beanstalk or something.
I don't know, but it sounds like the giant
back there. Yeah. but just like you said, culturally relevant stories and things that like don't highlight white privilege. And I'm probably getting in trouble for this, but you saw the Three Bears. Remember the Goldilocks and Three Bears?
Right.
And you think about this. Like she broke into their house,
yes,
but
nobody talks about.
But they were the bad guys,
right?
You know what I'm saying? She broke in their house, ate their food, was in their refrigerator, and they was the villains,
right?
Yeah,
like Houseway, and but I digress. And so, right, you can take that so many ways, right?
So, because my head just went like,
and they'll call you woke for doing that.
But
you talking about banning books? Maybe we ought to look at Goldilocks and the Three Bears,
right?
Because that was just so crazy to me.
And you think about it, and it's not saying that like because white privilege is something that's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so that's nothing that like you shouldn't get in trouble for something that like
we know it's real.
Calling
we know
it out.
exists.
Right, just calling it out, and then when you look at it. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, like
that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay. Right.
What color are bears?
Right.
Brown and black.
So,
and they weren't polar bears,
so you
know.
So that's where my mind went right there. Like you come in my never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it.
Eat my porridge. Now I'm the villain. I'm the bad guy.
And I'm mad because I want you out my house.
Talking about some not too hot, too cold.
Right. It's not to your liking, right?
It's mine.
My porridge.
My bad.
And what exactly is porridge, by the way? That's the whole nother thing.
Have you ever had porridge?
Not that I can.
Have you ever had
I think it's overcooked oats.
Overcooked oats? So like oatmeal?
Either overcooked oats or it's like corn, like polenta.
Okay.
I've never heard nobody tell me. I know what grits are.
I wouldn't. I don't think I would want nobody to serve me porridge. That don't even sound like nothing I want to eat.
I'm gonna bring some porridge in.
It's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, so we gonna have porridge next week, y'all. Stay tuned. So we got
oatmeal. You be saying.
Oh my God! Oh, it's oatmeal. Okay.
But so is it overcooked oatmeal? Why they just don't call it oatmeal?
Yeah, porridge. It sounds like a struggle. Ain't got nothing but some porridge in there, man.
Sound like nothing you want to eat.
Nothing at all. So for those who just tuning in, we got L'Oreal Holloway. She's the executive. Give me your role with the Lit Fest again. You said
director. The director.
She's the director.
I make the event happen.
She makes it happen. She's the organizer,
along with
principal.
The community.
Yeah, absolutely. But
definitely
the conductor, the facilitator, the make it happen.
If you had to if you had to give like a quick elevator speech, why you need to be there on Saturday, what would you tell them?
Why you need to be there on Saturday? I mean, report cards just came out. Ooh. So one, look at that. Look at your children's report cards. But if you want some motivation, some feel-good goodness about reading, about literacy, then come to St. Pete Reads Lit Fest. We're not going to talk down to you. Right. You're going to have a good time in the company of books. Take a book. And this is open for all readers, whether you read pictures or you read words or you like to be read to. So everybody in between.
And you know what I'm hearing too? Even if you have like people who don't like to read, this may be it may be a good place to inspire somebody to pick up a book who typically wouldn't. So parents, if you have kids that's struggling in reading and they're not getting it, this may be the place where you go to give them the motivation to probably pick up a book.
That makes sense. Yeah, and children, teenagers alike. I like the self-portrait piece. We got like some celebrities coming out here. Like for those who like really pay attention, man. Like this is amazing, and it's right here in St. Pete. It's at the Woodson.
In our neighborhood.
Come on, man.
And we always ask about We need more in the community. One thing I can say about our community, we show up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We just need y'all to show up.
We need y'all to show up.
We need y'all, but
we responsive, and I like what you said. The origin is conversations with parents about what's needed and wanted, and you're delivering on what's needed and wanted, because that's what happened too. We got a lot of these focus groups and studies and info sessions and input gatherings. A lot of times they end up in fancy documents that just die on shelves. And never get implemented. So being able to know that, like, you've had these conversations, you talk to the people, and then this is a response to what people said is another thing that I think should be applauded, acknowledged, and recognized. So we want to remind you again, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show. And as a community-owned public media resource, we rely on the support of listeners like you to help keep the shows you love on the air, the doors open, lights on, and to continue to put out quality programming in the Tampa Bay area. Please consider making a donation or becoming a show sponsor. You can do that by going to 99jamstheberg.com, clicking on the donate button. You can also give stars. We're talking with L'Oreal Holloway about the St. Pete Lit Fest, St. Pete Reads Lit Fest this Saturday.
From 10 to 4.
From 10 to 4. So because we'll say November 4th when people think they got time.
No, you got no time.
No, we're telling you this
November 4th.
This
Saturday.
And you be also say, because they add other grains in porridge and oatmeal.
Oatmeal is just oats.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you said. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so we learned about porridge. So you gonna stick around? You gonna hang out with us?
Yeah,
we got a segment called Ask Qiana, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this Ask Qiana question for today. And it's actually in line with the Would You Rather. You see, that's been kind of a theme this week. So the Would You Rather are usually lined up.
So let's ask you, would you rather, since you're here first, before you do the Ask Qiana.
Okay.
Would you rather keep a secret that may be detrimental, I'm going to your relationship, or tell the truth and start to rebuild, basically?
I can't keep a secret. So
I hear that.
I'll have to tell the truth. I can't keep a secret because eventually it just like come out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like through my face, my body language, people be like, what's going on?
Right.
So
you'll know.
Even if nobody asks you?
Yes. Because I know something that they don't.
so let's
hard.
do it.
Like, maybe for a minute, or like I'll have to like
we know who not to do the crime with.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We do lit fests and community events. We ain't doing nothing wrong. Nothing that you can't tell nobody that you did.
This is true. Thank you for the stars.
And we gonna bring Miss Debbie back in, man.
She's coming in on Friday.
Oh, see, look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so Ask Qiana. Today's Ask Qiana segment, again, it's brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op. And so if you're tired of eating bad food, then join the co-op. You can learn more about the co-op by going to ocgc.coop, and we thank them for their continued contribution and all the things that they're doing for community. So, Qiana, it says, I'm in a tough spot and I need your advice, Qiana. I messed up pretty bad and I'm not sure what to do. I don't know if I should keep it a secret from my partner or come clean and face the consequences. Keeping it a secret could potentially harm the trust between us, but I'm scared to confess because I know it'll cause some problems. I'm really torn between these choices. What do you think the right thing is to do in this situation? Your advice would mean a lot to me. Messed up bad.
Messed up bad.
Real bad. No, say really bad.
Really bad.
Really bad.
I need more information.
On what the mess up was?
Kinda.
Okay. Okay. Look, they probably ain't want to say it because their partner might be listening.
I need to know what the mess up is.
So generally.
Yeah. So we kind of
we've been having that conversation this morning. But you messed up really bad. Really bad.
I'm going to tell you, if it's going to be something that it's about respect more than anything. I'm going to go down there.
Okay.
If it's something that your partner is going to really feel disrespected and somebody else can come and tell them, you need to be the first one. Because what I'm learning is the truth. People can accept the truth. It doesn't take away the steam. But people rather know the truth. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then let me digest and figure it out myself. Then somebody else say that. So so I would say go ahead and
Put the cards on the table.
Put the cards on the table, especially when you're looking at your relationship, because you want the foundation of communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said wait till after the holidays. Just FYI, like, wait till after the holidays. Don't do it now.
Timing can be everything. But I will tell you one thing I do know is that a lot of times you make the consequences worse in your head than really what it is.
I agree with that. I agree.
You come up with the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
What it is, and
it's usually not as bad as you think it'll be.
It's usually not as bad as you.
That's true.
And people, if there's a true relationship, people value communication.
Yeah.
People value the truth. I know I do. Like, I don't care how ugly the truth is. I'd rather get the ugly. It makes me more connected with you. Like, you valued me enough that you wanted to let me know so that I can make a sane decision or a conscious decision on what I want to do. And typically, I don't care how bad it is. If you come to me and tell me, I'm probably going to still rock with you.
Okay.
But there is still consequences to, like, you don't get away with it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stand next to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in it together.
Yeah.
So if somebody come out and be like, yo, I saw such and such with and I'm like, that's old news.
Yeah,
like,
you already know.
I already know. Like, nobody can hold nothing over my head.
I think that's what it is. From what I've seen, I was watching a Will Packer program, and what's that show called? I can't even think of the name of the show. But what the woman was saying was what she asked was not to be lied to and not to be embarrassed.
Right.
And the embarrassment is coming from, like, just not knowing the truth, and then somebody coming and be like, well, this happened, and now they put on the spotlight because no, I didn't know that. And then they're getting embarrassed.
Like, you walk into a room, it's just like with your kids. Like, I tell when Cheyenne was in school, like, hey, listen, my job is to protect you.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I got it.
Right.
If I go in there and get blindsided, not my job.
Yeah. Like, because that's protecting you too, right?
You know what I mean? Like, now I gotta switch mode. So don't put me where my back is against the wall and then, like, somebody blindside me, because I'm over here talking about, oh yeah, I got the best thing since sliced bread. She ain't never. And then they come up with receipts. Well, did you know
time? Yeah, the whole time.
Maybe this time I'm not bragging. I'm just shutting up.
Right. it will change it. Yeah. What's your thoughts, L'Oreal?
Yeah, I think, what's that Jill Scott song? Everything comes to the light. But, like, everything's going to come out in the open, and it's better to be received from the person who did it than blindsided by some information on the street. So.
It is, but so on the flip side, everything don't come to the light. We see unsolved murders that never been solved. There's some things that, like, so I'm also on the flip side believe that everything don't need to be said as well.
So that's why you said
I get that.
You would need a little more information about what the mess up was. But I think when you said when the writer said they messed up really bad, I think you got some small things that could be, okay, I don't need to say that.
Right.
But if you saying that this is a really big thing, and if it's big to you, it's like what you said earlier. Even if you don't say it, your actions, your mannerisms,
you might move
like the way that you and the energy, right? Like the energy is going to be off, and it's probably like what I say like this. Yubi said, guilt makes you beat yourself up, and even though the person may not know, just you wondering whether or not they know or whether or not they could find out, like that's just a miserable way to be. And then you go into certain situations, and now that guilt
tense.
kick in, and you all tense, and they wonder, like, why you tripping? We just going into this spot. Like, we always go to this spot.
Yeah.
Why is this time different? Or why, like, holding secrets and guilt, a guilty conscience will kill you, man.
Oh, it will. Don't do what you did.
And if you do, should you say it? Should you go ahead and unload?
So I think you should unload. Especially if it's that bad.
Yeah.
I also believe if you are committing to somebody for life, you can't take everything they do personal, because a lot of decisions they make is not about you. Yeah. It's about the person. You know what I mean? And then committing to somebody for a lifetime, you have to give people grace that they're gonna mess up. Things are gonna happen. We're all human. Situations put you in situations that you typically would react different, but in this situation you did it. Like infidelity, we talk about it, and I'm realizing more and more people on the outside say that is the end all.
Yes, the deal breaker.
But it's not. Yeah. I'm learning it's really not.
Yeah.
It's the disrespect that became the deal breaker.
Okay.
The respect aspect, not respecting me. Not that you went out and cheated.
Yeah.
Because this is like stuff happened. Like unfortunately, like it shouldn't, but it does.
People be people.
People be people. Like we've been having a hard patch for 6 months because you know when you're in a marriage or in a long, there's a long patch where you don't like that person. You love them, but you don't like them. Y'all ain't seeing eye to eye, and somebody got you on that 1 weekday where it was really, really bad, and you're not a drinker, and you out drinking, and then you done made a mistake, and this means nothing to you. You feel so guilty. Is you're supposed to end your whole lifestyle because of that? No, because y'all have developed, y'all have a family together, you build a household, y'all lives are committed, you know, and entwined with each other. And because of this, it's supposed to be over. And if that was the end of it, then you didn't mean your vows.
And I think that's what you just said.
That's the Qiana thing.
I hear that. And I think a lot of that deals with the embarrassment side of it and what people think other people will think of them.
Yeah.
Because like you know, okay, yeah, they messed up. They did all of the stuff that Qiana just said. You understand the circumstances, but you got like them friends and them other people that's like, girl, how could you? Or man, how could you? And so now that social pressure of holding to the deal breaker standard, I think pushes people over the edge. But then that's when you get into them going back to relationships or secret late night text to your ex, because when you broke it off, you didn't really want to break it off, but the social pressure and the standard of the world per se, so you allowed other people to dictate. Yeah, man, you ought to do this.
So if you know Qiana, what the two people in the relationship define it, and it's the third person who messed it up. Yeah. And if you're okay with your decision of taking them back, nobody else is in that relationship. And whatever that relationship does for you, nobody else in your life can do it. You're not your mama, not your kids, not your best friend, not your cousin, nobody else, because everybody plays a different role. Yeah. Right. And people see the bad. They see the good, but I always say write down the 5 good things.
Right.
Because the one bad thing overshadows all the good things. Your partner could have did 20 million good things. The one bad thing is what everybody stick on. Right. So they just talk about it. They don't talk about what you say.
No. My wife said, no, Q. Don't blame it on the alcohol. Don't blame the alcohol. And I can hear her voice. If you did it, it's probably something that you have been wanting to do anyway. That's her thing. You wanted to do that anyway. You use that as an excuse, but you really wanted to do that anyway.
I believe in grace.
I love you, baby.
You know what I call for you?
I love her, boy. God, dog.
I know you love.
No, because I can just hear like I can hear. Yeah. I know her thoughts on this.
Yeah. But I just think you know what I mean. I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And honestly, a lot of people tell you what they wouldn't do, but they are doing.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
They tell you all the time what they wouldn't do, but they are. When those doors close, there's a lot of stuff that people are doing. Like, oh, I'll never beg. Everybody in a real relationship done beg. Yeah. If you love somebody, because the way that it happens is one person feel like they done, the other person not, and you're fighting for your relationship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. True. And everybody like, I ain't never. You have.
Yeah, and the other side of what you wouldn't do, there's also things that you say you would, but you really won't.
Right. Yeah.
So it really goes both ways, I think. But thank you for that. Thank you for the letter. That was the Ask Qiana segment of the day. UB says, does a few bad days outweigh all the good ones?
They could.
You say
a few
bad days.
They shouldn't.
Do they outweigh all the good ones?
They shouldn't, but sometimes you have to wait.
Y'all got a thought on that?
Ahead,
What's your thought?
Oh no, I was like, it could.
It could. It's
Depends
possible.
on how many
and how bad is, right?
Yeah, it does all
like,
depend.
come on.
Yeah. Like you put it on the scale, and like them few bad days is heavier than the good ones.
Yeah, where's the consistency?
Yeah, so listen, you have to know when enough is enough, right?
Yeah.
And I saw a TikTok, and I'll end this with the Ask Qiana with this, is that a guy asked the lady, "Are you married?" And she said yes. And they say, "Well, are you happily married?" She said no. Right? And she said, "But I still needed him to know you had no chance with me, because it's easy to be committed when you're happy. But when I was unhappily married, you still had no chance because I was still committed to my relationship."
Right on.
And that's when the test is, because you're not going to always be happy with your partner, but nobody else should be able to come in and penetrate or change your mind in it, because I don't like him today, but he's still mine.
Yeah, and if they're able to get in, I think it's because the door might have been open in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And so it's ways that those doors open that allow those types of things to happen.
And we can talk about this at Ask Qiana on Friday night.
He say, she say.
He say,
she say.
I said Ask Qiana.
So listen, y'all, this is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. It's a lot happening, man. A lot going on in the community. So we talked about it earlier. Want to remind you, in the spirit of education and literacy, that November 15th is the Great American Teach-In. So there's an opportunity for you to go to your baby school or somebody else's school and just tell them about what you do. You can actually determine the amount of time that you're there. So if you want to come in and speak for an hour, do that. Or if you want to stay the whole day and spend the day with the children, man, totally up to you. But contact your family and community liaison at the schools, or the career or coordinator or whoever does that. Make sure that you reach out to them and let them know that you want to be a part of the Great American Teach-In. You can get information on School Board Member Caprice Edmonds' page. She actually has a flyer that tells you how to get involved. We also have the Instrument of Hope coming up on Friday, keeping the conversation on gun violence prevention on the main stage. Will be happening over at the Arts Exchange. And then Friday night is He Say, She Say. What time at the Urban Drinkery? I don't have the time.
7 to 11.
7 to 11, He Say, She Say at Urban Drinkery. And then Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Woodson, the St. Pete Reads Lit Festival is going to be lit for real in more ways than one. All things lit, man. It's going to be a great event. So final thoughts. What's your final thought? If like you had like a one thing that you wanted to leave the people with, what would that be?
Me first or y'all?
Yeah, you can go first.
You go first. You kick us off.
Kick
the end off.
Let's circle back. Okay, final thoughts. Come down to St. Pete Reads Lit Fest. It's for you. It's for me. It's for we. So join us at the Woodson, 10 a.m. all day. Come, have fun, hang out with us. It's not just a walkthrough type of event. So we got chairs. Bring your own lawn chair. Okay. And just come to have a good time.
I'm glad you said that, because I got some chairs in the truck I can bring in the truck. So my final thoughts, I already gave them to you. There's more that needs to be done and needs to be said, man. Y'all stay busy, stay productive, and let's make great things happen for ourselves, our family, and our community.
Yes. I mean, if you haven't got your coffee fixed, go down to Urban Drinkery. They got the coffee right now. So go.
The place where everybody know your name. I was over there yesterday. I was just coming to grab a cup, and I spent like 2.5 hours over at Urban.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
So yes, if you haven't got your coffee fixed, go there. Write down the 5 things that make you smile, giggle, appreciate life, and be the change you want to be or see. And then stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Yeah, she gonna make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house. Yeah. Total Praise Gospel is up next, y'all. You've been listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
And
L'Oreal.
And we out. We out.